Boom, hey internets. Definitely wanted to bring this to you guys. I just shot a video where I was talking about the importance of designers getting more logistical, thinking more like an entrepreneur. I have a ton of tools to kind of help with that, and I feel like it helps that I come from a design background as well. For this, I just wanted to say, just start. We gotta start. You gotta start somewhere, and start with the end in mind, and be armed with as much information as you can consume. Nowadays, as you're watching this video, as I'm shooting this video, there's a ton of resources and so many different takes, so many different experiences of people who have started a brand, worked in like the clothing industry like myself. There's blogs, there's podcasts. While it can be an overload, I would attack all of that with a logistical prowess to make sure that you are getting what you need and not overindulging in just, you know, paralysis by analysis, as they say. So you don't want to be listening to advice the whole time and take zero action. So this is the video where I'm saying definitely be educated, but take some action. Also, I want to give some guided action. I mean, I'm just not here to do this as an inspirational video. What I wanted to say to a lot of my people who are the core people watching my channel, right? Via consulting with so many different brands that have been introduced the same way that you're watching me here. I just want to say, do the basics of starting the brand, right? Design is obviously important. Logo is important. I've talked hours and hours about logo and design. It's all very important, for sure. My bigger push on this is making sure you have your business in order. So I'll run into a lot of people who just jump into an LLC, and you do not need to do that. Now, I am not a CPA and I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on the internet. So I would have you definitely consult with a professional. In my experience, way too many people jump into the business entity, and you could be watching a YouTube video like this or talking to someone who's trying to sell you the LLC because they're gonna get paid with the setup of it. Now, does an LLC secure a lot of things, or having an S Corp? I mean, if for some reason you were talked into that in the very early stage after not even having a design, does it have a function? Of course, it has very strong functions. I'm a big fan of it at the point that you're ready to take that step, okay? For the overwhelming majority of you, all you need is a DBA and a sole proprietorship, okay? And then I would then open another checking account in your current bank. Just open another one. You could do it online or on your app, most likely. And I would actually not get a debit card for that extra account, but I would then open up a separate credit card, hopefully one where you could get rewards and perks. That's what I do. I do a travel credit card. And make sure you keep all of your money and expenses for the business within that extra bank account and within that credit card. That way, everything on that credit card, when you pull out that credit card, is expenses that are related to that business. Whether it's a clothing brand or anything else, this is what I would do, just so that your books are very clean. While you're planning for your business to do very well, no one starts a business for it to fail. You don't have to pay money to start an LLC. If you're in California, that's gonna be an $800 expense every single year. Plus, just making sure you're on top of your taxes, like keeping track of everything, probably paying your CPA. You know, that's a lot of extra things if you haven't made $1. Conversely, on the other side, I'll meet some brands that just go and make the logo, don't trademark anything, start an Instagram handle, and then they start selling and they do well that way. That happens as well a lot of the time, and then they have to go back and figure out what kind of legal structures that they have to do. Now, the story of someone doing a side hustle that does very well, let's say you know someone who bakes really good macaroons and then it becomes a business, then they start catering to weddings and that sort of thing. That can all be personal income, like a side hustle, up until the point, right, where it starts, wow, this is really making money, this is really becoming part of my income and that sort of thing. But in terms of prep, I wouldn't go overboard with the LLC, and I would do my due diligence to just do a DBA, sole proprietorship, get a separate bank account, and get a separate credit card where all the expenses on that credit card are separate from your personal credit card and banking, or that bank account rather. So that's it, my quick fundamentals of starting for a brand and doing your due diligence as a business. And I would start maybe looking at LLC when you start making around 50 to 60 grand net. And I take that from the YouTuber, CPA and speaker Mark Kohler, which I'm a huge fan of, and I've attended a bunch of his events, but he earmarks around that point when you start looking at LLC. Trademark, I would look at more seriously in the beginning, or if you deem after proof of concept, after you sold some goods. If you need some help getting more organized, I would definitely take a look at my master budget over on clothingbrandacademy.com. I would also take a look at a couple other solutions. I would say also that the production docs bundle is a lot of bang for your buck. There's 5 or 6 different documents inside of that bundle at a very discounted price. It gives you a sneak peek of how I would organize a brand, not only from the start, but at a multi-million-dollar level. All editable templates. So take a look at that when you have a chance. Hope that helps. If you guys have any other questions, you can text me at this number here. It'll get me every single time. Or you can just drop some love down below. Drop a like on this video as well if you can. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.